Welcome to my World History Notes, where I read from the book that I wrote to teach homeschoolers world history. A Bible believer looks at world history. You can find the book if you want to get it on lulu.com, amazon.com, or at the Bible Baptist bookstore, or just follow me here. And if you ever mind, subscribe to my channel. And you're not going to agree with my conclusions a lot of times, and maybe never. And you may even be offended by some things I say, but that's okay. The important thing is that you have an opinion about world history that's not formed by just reading what somebody else's opinion was or by some ideology like Marxism or whatever, but that you actually looking at the facts and coming up with your own ideas and conclusions. So we'll begin, and I'm going to start with the War of 1812. The great power of the British on the high seas that seemed to thwart the French at every turn did not impress the fledgling American Navy of 14 seaworthy vessels, and in 1812 the U.S. fought several successful sea engagements with the mighty British Navy, including, quote, Old Ironsides, or the USS Constitution, captained by Isaac Hull when he beat the HMS Guerriere, and then William Bainbridge when he forced the HMS Java to surrender. The USS Wasp beat the HMS Frolic, and Stephen Decatur's USS United States trounced the HMS Macedonian. The British had 100 vessels engaged in a blockade of the American coastline, however, and this former friend of France was being pulled into the war in Europe. This is us, the United States, in a second conflict with the mighty British Empire. The War of 1812 had begun, in which Britain was unsuccessful in its attempt to quash the young United States, with the final engagement at the Battle of New Orleans actually taking place after the peace had been signed. Back in France, the restored monarchy was toppled with revolution in Paris in 1830. A new constitutional monarchy was formed. During this time and until 1848, France invaded and conquered North Africa. The famed French Foreign Legion was formed. Another insurrection in France occurred in 1848. Spain, too, was undergoing upheaval, and the first half of the century saw it lose all its territory but Cuba and Puerto Rico in the New World after the wars of independence that occurred between 1800 and 1825, led by men like Simon Bolivar, a European trained Venezuelan. Those wars of liberation are very interesting. They merit a really in-depth study. You don't see that very often. Belgium gained its independence, or at least in America. Belgium gained its independence from the Netherlands during this period in 1839. The Austrian Empire, a coalition of German, Slav, Magyar, Bohemian, and Latin groups, took the place of the Holy Roman Empire, dominated by Foreign Minister Metternich. In Germany, with much discord, states began to form around Prussia as the nucleus. Excuse me. The Austrians now ruled Italy, and there were several revolts leading up to a failed Italian War of Independence in 1848 to 1849. One of the principal revolutionaries who led a red-shirted legion and remains a hero in Italian history was Giuseppe Garibaldi. Russia fought a war with the declining but still powerful Ottoman Turkish Empire in 1828. Poland, punished for its cooperation with Napoleon at the Congress of Vienna, fought its Austrian overlords furiously up until 1846. Serbia rebelled against Turkish rule after that Congress. After that Congress, Greece fought a war of independence with 1821 to 1832 resisting Turkish rule. It was successful mostly because of a joint Anglo-French naval attack on Egyptian and Turkish forces at the Sea Gun Battle of Navarino in 1827. Serbia became autonomous in 1829. Turkey and Egypt, allies against Greece, then went to war against each other, with Muhammad Ali, Ottoman governor of Egypt, becoming a king in his own right and securing Egypt's independence from Greece. Before his revolt, he massacred the remainder of the powerful Mamelukes. Persia suffered through wars with Turkey and Afghanistan during this period up to 1850. The next time we're going to go back to talk about Africa, India, and China. And then I'm going to talk about Karl Marx and get back to slavery. So we have some topics to cover. And I'm making notes about things when I do a revision of this survey, wording, phrasing I'm not happy with, but that may be confusing, but it does give me a lot of ideas. So for a more in-depth study. So in any event, just to let you know, we're stopping now. Be Africa, India, China next, and after that, Karl Marx, and after that, slavery again. So I look forward to talking to you. Have a great day.